Hello, Internet. Today I'm going to be talking about how comedy is dead. And I figured, considering the creator of this game has been canceled hard by our society, I figured, yeah, that this is a perfect game to demonstrate that. Now, I'm not saying Doug TenNapel is a great human being. I don't hold that opinion. However, let's be real, someone who holds Doug TenNapel's views was more likely to be allowed to still have a career. Sometimes I wonder how many millennials are actually progressive or liberal, or they're just pretending to be, just so they can actually have a fucking paycheck. I mean, I'm just being real. Like, if the average millennial, if a lot of millennials like literally talk like Doug TenNapel, they would have no fucking career. I mean, isn't that fucking crazy? I don't agree with Doug TenNapel, but on a lot of issues. I strongly disagree with him most of the time he says anything political, but like, you should still be able to have a career, regardless of your fucking politics, unless you're like, I don't know, a Nazi. Like, I totally get it. If you're a fucking Nazi, it's like, yeah, let's not give this person a career. Totally get that. But the problem with that is then, what is a Nazi? And I love how I'm screwing up this section. I gotta say, learning how to talk and play a video game at the same time is not an easy skill. It took me a long time to learn it. But in general, like, this is a wacky game made by a wacky guy with wacky opinions. Kind of ironic considering my old handle was whack. But like, I think creators should be able to hold opinions that differ from the norm and like still be able to have a career. And with the current state of cancel culture, that's not really acceptable. Which is odd to me. And as a byproduct of that, it's like, look at the sitcom genre, for example. While I do think sitcoms are a bit of an outdated genre that was made for back when syndicated television pretty much was the norm, at the same time, it's like you watch a show like Married with Children, and, you know, a show like that was actually funny. Any modern sitcom on television nowadays is not funny. Somehow a show from 1987 seems more edgy compared to a lot of TV shows today. And the ways a lot of shows are edgy now, it's usually like in a way where like, oh yeah, we're over-sexualizing this character and this and that. And it's like we live in an extremely hedonistic culture that's extremely offended by crude jokes. And it's like, I get it. Human beings are biologically programmed to want sex. So it's natural that a lot of people are going to gravitate toward wanting entertainment that is a reflection of that. Also, it just seems like much of the internet got insanely horny during the pandemic. Like, it just seems like that way. Just literally you go on fucking Twitter and it's like the whole horny on main thing pretty much became the norm on that platform. What the fuck? I could have sworn I hit that thing. But yeah. I just, I don't know, our society, there's things that just seem off to me about it. That, like, as somebody who was born in 1989, I've just watched our society completely go to shit. Yeah, the current state of our society is not groovy. It's just, you know, sometimes I wonder if by the time I'm an old man, society's just going to consider me a conservative. Like, I don't view myself as a conservative at all, but like, I can't help but wonder if just like by the time I'm like 90, people are gonna think my outlook is like prehistoric on a wide variety of issues just because I was born in 1989. That's just Another thing too that's really frustrating is that censorship is such a huge problem on a lot of these social media platforms. A lot of time I'm kind of afraid to say certain things. And then even if a platform is like, okay, sure, you can say these things, it's like the potential consequences to saying those things could be scary. Especially because people love to destroy people's careers, their job prospects, among other things, just for saying things that they find offensive. And it's like, I miss it when our society just seemed okay with comedy. And a lot of times, it's like what people find funny. Nowadays, it's like, I don't find funny at all. It's just fucking stupid. I just miss it when people were less afraid to tell jokes. Like, a lot of modern comedy is just absolutely awful. Like, also, when was the last time we had a comedy film come out that people were like, wow, this is a great film. This movie is hilarious. This is like an all-time classic, like one of the best comedies ever made. When the fuck has anybody said that at all? Like, is there a single movie that came out in the 2010s that people are like, oh yeah, this is one of the greatest comedies of all time? I doubt it. I literally can't think of a single fucking movie I saw in the 2010s where like, oh yeah, this is one of the greatest comedies ever made. And in the 2020s, it's, you know, worse. Why can't I do this? Come on. But yeah, no, comedy is dead. And it sucks. Like, it really sucks. Like, the 90s, you were able to just make jokes that you cannot fucking make anymore. Why on earth can't I get this? You know, fuck it, I'll try a different strategy. No, that doesn't work. I can't do it. You know what? If I fuck this up 2 more times, I'm screwing it because I don't really want this video to be boring as fuck. Yeah, I'm fucking skipping past this. If I wasn't recording this, I would just go for it. But like, at this point in time, I just don't want this to be really boring content. Me just doing the same thing over and over again, failing. That's another thing too. Playing a video game and trying to upload it as content that people find entertaining. Sometimes it affects how I play because it's like, yeah, normally if I'm just playing by myself, I'm going to do this a certain way that maybe I want to do it, but it's just not going to be fucking entertaining at all to a potential audience. Oh, whoops. I meant to jump back on that. Oh well. What the F? There we go. But yeah, it's just... I just feel like the current state of comedy is awful. Like... And at least it used to be like, hey, at least on the internet you could say like edgy, funny shit. And now it's like a lot of times you can't do that because we live in a super sensitive culture. It's just boring. Like, I just feel like the current state of society is just going in a shittier direction. I just realized something. I don't think there's very many boss fights or anything that really... God, this has been a while since I've done this. It has been a while since I played this game. It wouldn't surprise me if I died a few times on this playthrough. But yeah, this is a very wacky game. Made for people who like playing wacky, silly games. But yeah, very much a game that's a product of its time. That's another thing too. I kind of hate that it seems like American culture like peaked in the 90s and it just got worse from there. I mean, the 2000s I would not say was culture at its peak during the fucking Bush years, during like the era of fucking 9/11. An era where like we just say, yeah, let's just fucking throw away a ton of our freedoms. That I never made any sense to me why our society like accepted much of what happened until like the pandemic. Like once the pandemic happened, people were like, yeah, no, let's have our freedom shit on like never before. It's like, oh, okay. Most people are just accepting of authoritarianism. They just accept it. I gotta say, the older I get, the harder it is to make friends. Not just because of the fact that, you know, getting older, it's just there's less environments where you're likely to meet people. But just in general, like, if you're willing to, like, be yourself and say what you actually believe, it can be deeply offensive. And in a society that's willing to cancel people just for speaking their fucking mind, it just annoys me. And it's like, I'll be blunt, there's a lot of times I'm afraid to say my opinion on a wide variety of issues nowadays because I'm just afraid of how people are going to react to me being honest. I mean, it's getting to the point where sometimes I'm afraid to evolve in my position on some things where I'm like, okay, whatever position I had in my 20s when I was left-wing, I feel like I have to keep this position or else I would piss off like the majority of people, which is really obnoxious. But it's like, I'm not left-wing anymore. I've made that very clear to people. My politics went very much in a libertarian direction, but like at the same time, it's like our culture, for the most part, is controlled by the left. Like, you look at the media, it's mostly influenced by the left. Our news media and just our entertainment media, it's mostly influenced by the left. I mean, look at the people who are like, you know, in a rush to make an account on Threads. Like a lot of it's like left-wing people. It's one of the reasons why Threads is doing well. This terrible fucking rip-off of Twitter that looks like a million times worse than Twitter. I may have just left Twitter, and I think the current state of that platform is dog shit, but Threads looks like a million times worse. God, it's so fucking weird. I actually don't know how to fucking get over there, like, properly. I've been playing this game for... God damn it. That's another weird thing. Okay, like, just now I said god damn it, and it's like... This is one thing I find really frustrating, personally, is that, like... I feel like a lot of my opinions are just deeply offensive to, like, the left and the right. If I was, like, 100% unfiltered on the internet, where I lived with, like, less fucking fear over people's reactions, similar to, like, when I was an edgy teenager on the internet, I would be more scared of the potential consequences. Not just because I don't have anonymity anymore, but also just because of the fact that our society has just gone in a direction where a lot of opinions are just not considered acceptable. I mean, I feel like in gaming communities, it's especially bad. I mean, there's some views I literally just don't say anymore, just because of the fact that gaming communities are so overwhelmingly left-wing that I know it would just cause fucking problems. Here's the thing, here's a huge difference between video game communities and, like, religious communities. Religious communities, they tend to be based heavily around shared values because a bunch of people, you know, they believe in the Bible. Like, for example, like Christianity, a lot of people believe in the Bible, believe that's how things are. You have to think a certain way, etc. on like on certain issues. Different people have different interpretations, etc. gaming communities, people play video games because they like playing video games. Like, the fact I enjoy playing Earthworm Jim is not really a huge reflection of, like, my morality. This is just a zany little game. You know, like, Doug TenNapel's, like, batshit crazy politics. His antisocial behavior that just burns bridges for no fucking reason. Like, at one point, like, a lot of people in the comic books fucking hated him. And the dude makes fucking comic books because he's an asshole. And it's like, I can separate the art from the artist. Especially because I knew almost nothing about Doug TenNapel when I initially played this game. I appreciate this game for what it is. I can't believe I'm fucking up this section super badly. Oh well. I'm so rusty at this fucking game. It wouldn't surprise me if I fucking die in this section. I'm doing that bad. Why can't I just get over there? Oh well, this may just be a playthrough where you guys just watch me suck at a game while ranting about stuff. There we go. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. I felt that's more exciting. Just... So, that's a strategy I do when I'm like low on health. I just grab the fucking ledge. Totally forgetting about that fucker. And so much for my health. Oh well. God. But yeah, it's just... I just feel like comedy's dead. And as our culture increasingly becomes a society that doesn't let people say what they believe without potentially destroying their careers, it's just made me increasingly paranoid of our culture. I also just feel like as I get older, it seems like the more people's social skills tend to get worse. I mean, the pandemic really fucked up a lot of people's social skills. I'm not saying it didn't fuck up mine. There's times where my social skills I feel like got massively fucked up from the isolation of the pandemic. And I've been trying to make an effort to, like, undo the damage of the pandemic when it comes to my social skills, but it seems like a lot of people are just content just having their social skills, like, totally fucked up. And to be fair, like, our culture is pretty much gone to shit. Oh, that hurt. Poor Jim. This is like the only game I can think of where I would shoot a fucking cat. Cats are like the best animal ever. Love kitties. That is kind of weird to think. This is the only game I would ever fucking shoot a cat in a million years. I wonder if Doug TenNapel liked dogs more than cats. Oh, fuck. I may die. Oh, fuck. I didn't realize I was low on ammo. I'm probably gonna fucking die. I am so low on health. Yes! Did it. Fuck yeah. I killed the cat. All 9 lives. Yeah, I deserve a fucking groovy for that. Now here's hoping I don't die in this thing. Hit a fucking asteroid and just fucking die. God. I don't know. I'm fucking depressed. It's also getting to the point where it just seems like if you're willing to have an open mind and allow your views to change in a society that's done everything it can to try to mold people a certain direction, it's become increasingly scary. I just really don't like the current state of our society at all. And it seems like both... Okay, earlier I was talking about the left controlled our culture. It's really a combination of the left and the right. Like, the left wing and the right wing control our culture. But I'd say the left currently has control of our government. at the highest branch of government and our media, our news media, and our entertainment media. Let's be real. Regardless if you're left wing or not, you have to admit the left has more fucking influence than the right wing. Like, look at fucking Hollywood. Hollywood does not have the reputation of being a bunch of right wingers. I'm not saying Hollywood is like the most left-wing thing ever. But, yeah, a lot of those people are very left-wing. These animations are so nice. It's because this game was, a lot of the animations was done with hand-drawn animation. So stuff like that look really nice. And they just converted to pixel art. And I love this little skip that I'm finally able to do. Oh boy. Oh boy. What the fuck? I'm on easy mode. That's hilarious. Clearly I was better at this fucking skip. Okay, apparently I was supposed to do it this way. Oh, God. Ah, these sections. Okay, I gotta say, I love this game, but these sections, by a long shot, are the worst part of this entire game. What direction do I have to go in? Yeah, it's been a long time since I played this game. I don't know where I'm supposed to go. I'm gonna die. I'm fucked. Well. Oh well. Yeah, I'm failing at this game. Oh well. I used to be really good at these sections, even like the one infamous, even like there's 2 levels basically to this area. And like the second level is just really famous for being just the worst part of the entire game. I remember once when I finally learned how to beat that section with when I rented this game. It was such a huge accomplishment for me. Okay, so I think if I go over here first, I can, yeah, open that, and I think it has like some goodies for me. I don't remember. It's been so long since I played through this damn game. I really did not want that to happen. I'm fucked. I love the animation though. At least in this game, if you get fucking wrecked by an enemy, it's like, well, it sucks I got hurt, but like, the animation was cool. I got punched in the face. This is also, I'm trying to remember the name of those fucking enemies. Man, a lot of cats are quite villainous in this game. Hey, it wouldn't surprise me if Doug TenNapel owned a dog. But yeah, so comedy is like dead. I mean, anybody watching this, please tell me what you think is the funniest movie that came out in the 2010s. That was intended to be a comedy movie, not, oh, this movie had some funny moments and this and that. Like, truly was intended to be classified as a comedy. That is like one of the greatest comedies ever. It's like, my favorite movie to come out in the 2010s was called Seven Psychopaths. I love that movie. I think it had some, at times it was hilarious, especially because Woody Harrelson was a great villain. But I'm not really sure if comedy is the best way to describe the film, even though it had a lot of funny moments. I'm trying to think of how I get over this thing. That is weird-ass design. I don't know. I gotta say, from a game design standpoint, this game did some weird things that, like... How the fuck are you supposed to get past that without getting hurt? Anyways, I'm just rambling now. I'm depressed. Like, I just really... I mean, part of me wishes I was the type of person that just didn't bitch about anything. Like, I bitched about a lot of things. I've done that, like, forever. Anyone who's known me for a long time, you know I bitch about a lot of stupid shit. But, I don't know. I don't really like the current state of our society. And I feel like as things have become more economically crazy, where people have less economic certainty and our society is becoming more and more sensitive, it's just... I feel like a lot of people are afraid to be themselves now. Like, I have no shame for who I am as a person. But our culture scares the fuck out of me. Also, this is like one of my favorite moments in the game. I just love killing those fucking enemies with a giant hamster. If I ever make a fucking video game where you play as a cat, I really want the biting animation to be influenced by that. Where the cat just takes these giant bites. Okay, now one of my favorite sections of the game, like, happens right before literally the worst part of the entire fucking game. Like, this section is absolutely horrible. Like, this is just the worst section of this whole game. Oh, God. The only upside... It'd be funny, though, if I actually did this in this first playthrough, after, like, screwing up other sections. If it was, largely because I just did this so many fucking... Okay, yeah, I don't... Alright, let's see how this is gonna go. Do not want to die. Do not want to have to redo this section again. Do not want to have to lose all the ammo I have collected. Glass is gonna fucking break. Yeah, I'm screwed. I have hit this so many times now. It's gonna break. Now I have to play more careful because the glass is gonna break. So I'm not gonna... Yeah, I'm screwed. I'm absolutely fucking screwed. I like one or two more times I'm fucked. So I had to play this game way too carefully. Like, see how slow I'm going? I'm not gonna make it because I had to play too slow. You're too slow, Sonic would say. Yep, I'm fucked. I mean, I was screwed no matter what because I had to go too slow. Yeah, this game, this is the worst section of the entire fucking game. By a long shot. If I end up getting a game over, I'm just calling quits with this video. Which honestly would be pretty representative of like what happened to like most people. I mean, this one honestly, I feel like this game's reputation would be so much better if this one section just wasn't in the fucking game. Look how fast I have to go, and yet it's so easy to get dinged up. I really have no idea what the fuck he was thinking when he... There's a lot of things... I don't know, Earthworm Jim's a weird fucking game. I feel like Earthworm Jim 2 gets too much hate. I mean, I understand why a lot of people like the first game a lot more than the second game, but at the same time, I felt like the second game didn't have bullshit like this. Yeah, it was a variety-packed game that overdid it. And didn't have enough of the cool stuff, but at least the absolute shit, the worst fucking thing you have to do in this game is not in that game at all. God, I hate this section. Where's part of this whole game? Right here. There we go. Man. I will say this, though. At least this is really satisfying what it takes to kill this fucking... You just walk into it and the fucking enemy falls down. Rip to the fish. Yeah, I deserve a groovy for that. This game has a lot of repetition. Like, you have to do these sections every time you travel. I enjoy these sections, though. Like, I find these sections funny. Yeah, it's kind of repetitive, but I don't know, it has an interesting art direction to it. Kind of gives you, I mean, it's kind of this sort of pseudo 3D with how everything looks. But yeah, it's still like 2D animation. I don't know. I like these sections. And even if you fail at the sections you have to fight the boss, it's not really that bad of a boss fight. I find it kind of weird that Psychro's involvement in in the second game, how that was handled. Not gonna spoil what happens at the end of that fucking sequel, in case you want to be surprised yourself. But my God. Kind of weird. I think only the A button has Jim go. One thing I hate about this section, though, is that so you have to do this fight basically 3 times, and basically your rope gets like the damage done to the rope in the first part, and second part it carries over to the third part, and he fucking falls to his death. Round 2. It's not a problem. This is such a juvenile video game. And that enemy tries to eat you, kills you in 1 hit. Sometimes I would purposely hit myself to the side just to be in a spinning animation that prevents me from getting hit by the thing that wants to kill me in 1 hit. This game has such a nice art direction, though. Regardless of what people think of Doug TenNapel, he's a damn good artist. You know what really sucks is on his YouTube channel at one point he had all these videos showing how he did like his comic, and then because his political content went against what was allowed on YouTube, all this content was just gone. YouTube is just not a good platform for like political speech at all. It just isn't, unfortunately. Like, I feel like the political content I make for YouTube is severely nerfed, but even if like I didn't have the restrictions I do, I still would have to worry about like how it could affect my employability, considering I live in a fucking blue-ass state. I got screwed. Oh well, now you got to see the death animation. Nice little animation. I think that enemy moves quicker. Yeah, he does. He does in round 3. I totally forgot about that. I was like, I didn't... See, sometimes I will just purposely hurt myself just to fucking avoid that damn thing. Yeah, I forgot that enemy's faster in round 3. It's such a weird fucking game. glad people like Doug TenNapel was able to create this game in the 90s when American culture was less batshit insane. Or people could have a difference of opinion and, like, still have a career. Even if they're assholes. And Doug TenNapel is an asshole. I will not hold back on that. One thing I don't understand about people, though, people who, like, burn bridges. Like, who are, like, in creative industries, whether they have fucking careers. I just don't understand that. Like, I don't have a great opinion of our culture, but, like, I'm not gonna fucking burn a bunch of bridges just because I disagree with people and stuff. Like, I don't expect anybody to agree with me on everything. Anyone. Not a single human being. No! Don't want to die again. God, round 3 is a lot harder than I remembered. I'm also fucking rusty at this game. Yeah, round 3 is a lot harder than round 2. Oh my god, and that spins forever. No! Wow, I may just get a fucking game over on this. Yeah, I'm gonna play this game until I get a game over. That's amazing. The worst section of the game I made a big deal about, that I may end up just... But I was able to do it in, like, a second try, where this section I just may end up... Oh my god. This is so much harder than I remembered. But yeah, this is another thing too. Earthworm Jim 2, yeah, it had a lot of silly variety, but so did the first game. Like, I don't understand why so many people, like, hate on the second game so much when it's like, did you play the first game? Like, don't get me wrong, some of the stuff you have to do in the second game is not really that compelling gameplay-wise. But, like, I just feel like some people are just overly critical. Oh my god, I was scared. Yeah, that deserves a groovy. Yeah, I shouldn't breathe in the fucking mic. That just makes it sound awful. Oh well. I gotta say, I objectively speaking, gotta say, I feel like I had more to say about some of the other rants. And I think part of it is because it's like, I'm trying to think, okay, can I say this on YouTube? Can I not say that? Like, which kind of furthers my point that, like, just a lot of shit you used to be able to say on YouTube, you just can't anymore. A lot of stuff you used to say in movies, you can't anymore. Oh, I thought I could destroy that. Haha, I pushed him into a fucking boulder. Almost hit into that. That would have sucked. The animations of this game are so cool. This game easily has, like, one of the best art directions of any Super Nintendo game. All because it was done with hand-drawn animation and then converted as pixel art. I wish hand-drawn animation wasn't basically fucking dead. I don't know, it just seems like everything is just slowly going to shit. Like, a lot of animation done with artificial intelligence looks fucking awful, but you know what? It saves these companies money. Ugh, God, corporate America. I can't fucking stand corporate America. And, whoa. Boy, that slid. Oh my god. I almost died. That's funny. I didn't even realize it until it happened. Like, oh shit. I don't know. I'm just becoming really paranoid at just the direction our society is going in. The fact that so many people I know are just less vocal on social media nowadays because of the potential risk it could have to their career. Like, that concerns me. Actually, I probably shouldn't have said that. Oh well. But it's just in general. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have said that, actually. But, like, a lot of people are just fucking scared to be vocal on the internet like they were, like, 10 years ago. 10 years ago. I'm not, like, saying, like, 15 or 20 years ago, like, when the internet functioned like the Wild West. I mean, just 10 years ago, a lot of people feel like they cannot be anywhere near as vocal about certain things as they were when they were younger. Because our society's just gone in a direction where everybody's offended by everything. This section would probably be really boring in a speedrun. I don't know, there's some aspects to this game that I think are great, and there's some aspects to this game that I just find kind of annoying. Love the animations, though. Seriously, like, his squat animation is cool. Duck animation. Squat. I'm so used to fucking using that term because I fucking weightlift and do squats a lot. When I was younger, I used to have the pattern memorized of what direction this is going to go in. Gonna do a helicopter soon. But yeah, I don't know, the current state of American culture just kind of sucks to me. I just don't really like the current state of society. I'm not saying... I don't want to sound like a broken record, considering I already previously made a video called Why I Have No Hope for the Future. I don't think society was ever truly great, but it got worse with time. I will say this, society, in my opinion, is a society that makes people less afraid to tell jokes, in my opinion, is a society that's, like, a lot more tolerable. I mean, considering there's so many people nowadays that are, like, suicidal and depressed, it's like... We need a society where it's just normal for people to laugh at shit they find funny. Like, there's a lot of times people will make a joke, they find it funny, and like my girl's like, oh, you should feel bad for finding this funny. It's like, fuck you, it's a goddamn joke. Well, you want to see the special hidden stage in this game that wasn't included in Earthworm Jim HD because the fucking game developers didn't know it was even in the game? At least I don't think they knew. But yeah, secret stage. It's not a great stage, but it exists. Very gimmicky stage. Up, you're in the darkness. My excitement for this stage is not high, but I just figured I would just show it in the video. Also, the first time I've ever uploaded anything related to Earthworm Jim to YouTube. I don't know if I'll ever upload anything related to Earthworm Jim 2. If people want me to upload something related to Earthworm Jim 2, leave a comment. I'm willing to make content if there's like a demand for me to do certain type of content. But like if there's no demand, I pretty much just make videos I feel like making at a given time. Weird thing about video games for me is that I was way more passionate about gaming when I was younger. And I think a lot of it is just because the gaming industry was just different when I was younger. Like, it was cool that you could just buy a physical cartridge of a game like this, and it was a finished game that you can play for decades later. There isn't like anything missing. No DLC. I guess I better play a level slower. Just tapping the D-pad instead of just holding right. And if that enemy hits me, I'm dead. Man, I don't even think there was a fucking life I got out of it. I only have one life left. And if I die, where I run out of lives, I'm just gonna call it quits. Because it just really, I gotta say, if I'm doing a playthrough and I get a game over, redoing a level, I just don't think would be entertaining content. I mean, I might as well at that point just redo the whole video, but I don't feel like it. I feel like if I were to redo this video, it's like, okay, I feel like I've said much of what I wanted to say on the subject. Comedy's pretty much dead because of the current state of our culture. I'm just not a fan of the current state of American culture. Wasn't really a fan of it either when I was a lot younger, but... oh well. Yeah, I mean, like, I was antisocial as fuck during the 2000s. I was definitely the happiest in the 90s. Probably that was because I was a child. Which is kind of odd in retrospect, considering children were fucking violent to me. I had a broken nose for like 2 decades because of children who did shit like kick me in the nose, throw rocks at my nose. I mean, kids were fucking violent to me. No wonder I have a negative view of children. It's like a lot of people are like, oh, you must be a heartless asshole if you don't like kids. Like, yeah, no, kids were fucking terrible to me when I was a child, to the point where I was antisocial as a teenager. And then I had such abysmal fucking social skills, like, at the start of my adulthood as a byproduct of just not being fucking social with people outside the internet, that, like, it had some negative downsides. You know, honestly, now that I think about it, like, I make a big deal about, oh, comedy's, like, dead and this and that. And it's like, you know, honestly, fuck the subject of this video. Because when you think about it, a lot of comedy, in general, like, for much of history, is based off of, like, cruelty of some sorts. I mean, look at, like, some of the oldest films. Like, a lot of racist humor involved things like blackface. I don't know, maybe if comedy actually is dead, it's, like, not honestly the worst thing in the world, considering our culture is fucking cruel as fuck. See, I'm a very open-minded person. I could make an entire video dedicated to complaining about how our culture's gone to shit for, like, comedy being dead, and then later on in the video think, you know, maybe I'm actually wrong. Maybe I'm just drinking the fucking nostalgia juice. When maybe our society just always sucked and it just sucks in a different way. It's weird. It's like, to some degree, I'm actually a way more optimistic person than I was for most of my life. Even though I make videos titled things like, why I have no hope in the future and this and that. Oh my god. But, I lost a lot of health just out of that. I'm going to have to play this section more carefully. Almost half my health is gone. Oh, by the way, to any UIA people watching this video, when I used to say things like 55% health instead of just 55 health, and by UIA I mean like Ratchet & Clank Up Your Arsenal, it was because of this fucking game. Like, this game got me thinking in that terms of like, oh yeah, I'm at 55% health. It's this fucking game. You can blame this game for why at 15 years old I used to say things like, okay, I was going to try to get something from that. It's not worth it. But yeah. Honestly, I wonder if like this was like the first game that got me even thinking about percentages. No, percentages were a pretty wild topic. I mean, like, oh, I want to get 100%, 101% dying on country. From a pretty young age, like, video games were pretty much made a big deal. Oh boy, I'm such a low health. I do not want to fucking die to this boss fight. This boss has more health than I remembered. Way more health than I fucking remember. I'm low on ammo. Fuck. I might die. I thought this boss had less health. There we go. Fuck you, boss. Fuck you, chicken. Die, chicken. Oh, I'm at such low health that I could even die in this section. Oh, how lovely. Even caught that thing, so he went way ahead of me. Oh, and I went the safe route. I'm gonna get that thing. Oh, I might lose. Oh, this is going horrible. Yeah, I may end up having to fight the fucking crow. I may end up having to eat crow. Okay, so far so good. I'm being optimistic this is gonna work out. Optimistic Willie, as opposed to pessimistic fuck life Willie. Kind of hard for me to be up happy while playing this game. Yeah, there's some sections that are kind of dumb, but like, that fucking, I'm so glad Crow didn't grab that thing that boosted him. So far, I've like not had to eat crow so far in this run, which is nice. Because considering my health is so fucking low, I would lose a life if I had to fight that character right now. For Pete's sake. Oh dear God. Oh, fuck this stage. I'm so fucked. 6% health, and I'm on this stage. An escort mission. You know, it's funny. Peter Puppy is like my favorite character in the Earthworm Jim series. But yet, I will acknowledge this stage is just kind of a pain in the ass. Boy, I'm fucked. I'm gonna die. Yeah, I don't have enough ammo. Well, No more lives except just one. You know, if it weren't for the fucking meteors, who knows how far I would have gotten already in this damn stage. So far I'm doing pretty good in this stage, also the fact I entered it initially with 6% health. Tell I've done this many times. Oh, okay. Might as well go ahead and just fucking... At least once you, like, die to that... Oh my god, he sends you very, very far back. At least the plank gets fucking destroyed. There we go. Don't worry about him landing there. There's a lot of end lag to the whip, actually. Aw, the animation's so cute. Peter Puppy. Being carried up like that. Aw. Heard how he just not, like, affected by that at all. Oh my. Well. Nope. RIP. Anyways, thanks for watching the video. Comedy's dead. I suck at this game now.